Kia ora everybody, Louise here in Auckland, New Zealand. Welcome to, oh sorry.
You're good to go.
Shall I go now? Kia ora everybody, Louise here in Auckland, New Zealand. Welcome to Happs, welcome to Postcards from the World. So this is a world first actually, because this is the first time I've broadcast from the top of Mangakiki, a very prominent or dominant volcano here in Auckland. So the first time on Happs, although I have done it before. And this is amazing. So this is your postcard shot, Rangitoto Island behind me, but I'm now just going to turn the camera because the piece de resistance is in front of us. So welcome and kia ora. It's a beautiful day at the moment. There we go. Ooh, this is the obelisk on top of Mangakiki. I'm going to walk you up there. There's Kupe. He was the first Maori to discover New Zealand in 950 AD. Went back to Hawaii and told everybody about this beautiful land that he'd found, full of nature and birds and fish, and with all of these volcanoes. So welcome, I hope everybody's doing okay. It's Thursday in New Zealand. I did have to walk up here, even though you can see there's a road. The road's only for Karen. Awesome, Russ, awesome. Thank you so much. Blaine, one of his favourite spots here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Darby, fantastic. You're going to join me shortly. G'day, Nick. Nice to see you all. I'm just going to turn the camera again. Welcome. Kia ora. Lovely to have you all here in New Zealand as we explore the world on Happs. And you know what I want to do is encourage each of you just to get out and show your area just like this. You don't need to, I've trekked across the city this morning, but you don't need to just walk around your neighbourhood. It's fabulous. Di, awesome. Good morning. So travel around the world has been happening. I'm the last of the postcards. So I'll have to make sure that it's in the mailbox by the end of the day. So you're all going to get it. Glenn, fantastic. Nice to see you. Glenn is one of my oldest followers from the old Periscope days. Okay. Don't worry. Peter, fantastic. Nice to see you. Chinoso, we are in New Zealand. We're just going to walk up the last bit, and then I'm going to show you the views. Yeah, took a break. Yeah, this is amazing. So thank you, everybody. This is really fantastic. We are on top of a volcano. I think we're about 186 meters high. Looks a bit like a castle, doesn't it? Annie, fantastic. Nice to see you. Whoa, I was just talking to you with Euro. It is gorgeous. The weather forecast today was for rain. Typical weather forecast. So all the volcanic rock. We're just going to walk up here. This is a very, very prominent, very sacred volcano. People come here to pay their respects, not only to Kupe, but to Sir John Logan Campbell. Whoops, poor signal. Fair, how are we going? Yeah. Oh no, we're back to great. Signal. Okay, we won't take any notice of the signal. So John Logan Campbell actually gave all of this land, about 430 acres of land, to the people of Auckland, people of New Zealand, and he lived until he was 96 years old, and he's actually buried here on top of the volcano. Still looking good? Okay, great. Yeah. So lots of people come up here, as you can see. Well, it's not many, but a few people come up. Bring their little dogs as well. This is where Sir John Logan Campbell's buried. He died in 1912, but he was born in 1817. Yeah, 1817. Yeah, so he lived until he was 95, say, 95, 96. Yeah. Yes, and then he had great respect for the local Maori people, so he had this obelisk erected here. And this is Kupe. We'll zoom in a little bit on Kupe. He's gazing out at the Matariki stars for navigation, I imagine. There Beautiful, beautiful sculpture. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, yeah, statue. Yeah. Yes, you need an invitation. You need an air ticket. We're not open yet, but the Maori name here is Mangakiki. So Maunga is mountain. Kiiki is a type of vine that grew on the mountain. But it also has an English name, which is One Tree Hill. One Tree Hill. We'll learn a little bit about that in a moment. It has 3 craters. There's 1 crater here, and we're going to walk around here. Yeah, we're looking out towards the airport, so this is where you'd be arriving in from Chinonsa. You would have to arrive in here when you can. So just walking around, a little bit of information here about the area and the history. One amazing thing is there is a secret door here. Derby, it's fabulous, isn't it? Looking out to Manukau Harbour. And if you've been keeping up with me and the cows and the calves, Oliver, our calf, I just looked at it, came to find him on the way past. He's actually been moved to another paddock, so we don't have a chance to see him just at the moment, but he will be doing just fine. And walking around this side, the obelisk, whee, tall, tall, tall. Yeah, here's the secret door. So a secret door, because of course people have to go in here probably from time to time and do some maintenance. So it's got these lovely carvings around it as well, but you can see where there's a little keyhole there. So a couple of keyholes, yeah, amazing, yeah. Oh, Kiki. So Ki. So which is K-I-E, Ki. Anyway, One Tree Hill, we need to get on a little bit with the One Tree. So there was a lone pine tree that grew here on top of the Maunga. It was just an ordinary old pine, but you get some really wicked winds up here. So it was a very, very strong tree to withstand the weather conditions here. And then probably about 20 years ago, it stood right here where these trees are. Yeah, Karen, yeah, poor old Oliver. But I couldn't see him today because I wanted to do a little update, so he'll be fine. There are some other new calves there though. Yeah, so the one tree, the single tree that everybody loved, was actually cut down during a protest. So that was like really, really sad. And I'm going to try and get over here quite close. You got off to work. I'm going to try and get close because I want to do a virtual hug with this tree that's here. Seeing we're in a tree, oh, I can too. Seeing we're in a sort of like a bit of a tree hugging mood. I will come back here, or maybe not. We'll just see. We might just go for a little walk down the side. So get your last look at Coupe and the obelisk. It was land rights. So they're protesting because a lot of the land had been confiscated from the Maori people. So it had been confiscated, and activists actually were protesting at that time. Somebody came up here with a chainsaw and tried to cut down the tree, and they damaged it so badly that they tried to repair it. They did have to eventually cut it down. So we're just going to walk up the last bit of the volcano here to where the tree was. And interestingly enough, the guy that cut the tree down, he did do some time in jail for it, because you can't damage our trees and our land in New Zealand, so that was good. He did a little bit of time in jail, but he got totally reformed, and he is now a conservationist, which is pretty awesome. So everybody, we're going to do a virtual hug here. We've got Coupe. There are 5 trees planted here, 5 natives of New Zealand. Eventually they're going to take 4 of them away, and there will be 1 tree left to grow alone. It has a barrier around it, as you can see. So this is a virtual hug, everybody, because we've got to do it through the barrier. We'll do it right here at this gorgeous totara tree. Look at this, Really, really gorgeous tree. I'll zoom in a little bit so we don't get these bars in the way. There we go. Virtual hug, everybody. Vincent, fantastic, on top of Mangakiki doing virtual hug. I'm just rattling the cages. Virtual hug. A tree hug. There. Awesome. Yeah, it's a lovely day. So this volcano last erupted, I think the last eruption was around 20,000 years ago. And it's got an interesting story behind it. The volcanoes, the lovers were from different tribes and they were not allowed to marry, so they eloped. And they actually eloped over here to the mountains. And a war party was sent to bring back the young princess, or the young bride-to-be, I suppose, as she was hoping. And a war party was sent, and one tribe caused all of the volcanoes to erupt to frighten away the war party, and in retaliation the other tribe let loose with all the lava flows across the city. And eventually, as all of the eruptions were happening and the lava flow was travelling everywhere, the dawn broke and there were huge clouds and huge rainfall fell across all of the mountains and all of the land and killed the war party. So that is the story of Mangakiki. If you turn to the left, I can see your house. Ooh. Are you somewhere there? Somewhere there. Yeah, so all of these volcanoes have got their nice little stories. But this is definitely the postcard from New Zealand. And what I'd like you to do, if you would like a virtual postcard from New Zealand, just drop me a message in Twitter and I'm going to send you in return for being with me here on top of Mangakiki. In return, I'll send you a postcard from here. It's lovely. So let's just go for a little bit of a wander down, and you can see, we'll have a look at some of the road. You can see where it was terraced. So local Maori, it was all fortified. People coming up here. Yeah, all of this land is part of Cornwall Park that you can see. It's huge. It's a park and it's a working farm and it's amazing. Let's go for a little wander down here. We'll keep on the grass because it's nice. Last views of Kupe. I'm just going to take you for a walk down here. Whee! So I think this has been really, really successful. Postcards travel around the world. I think this has been really, really fantastic. It's a great way for everybody to see the world, plan a little bit of travel, get to know new people. They light the trees up at night. It's really, really good. My only comment is that maybe we should run it for 24 hours to give everybody a chance to show their little postcard of the world, because what happens is people in Japan, Australia, it's really early in the morning for them. Tonya, awesome, nice to see you. Just look, clouds come over, just because Tonya's here. Yeah, so it's a little bit early in the morning, so if we did it as a 24-hour thing, hello? If we did it as a 24-hour thing, it would give everybody a chance. Yes, I'd love to see a postcard, Nick, from the desert. That would be fantastic. Tacey, awesome. Nice to see you. Woo! Oh, not expecting this. Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Do you know why? Because they're retirement villages with elderly people in them, so they're allowed to drive up because they can't walk up. Normally I'd be expecting to see a couple of sheep walking towards me. Craig, fantastic. Nice to see you all. Yeah, you can see out here all the other volcanoes in Auckland as well. Yeah, the view is gorgeous, Tasty, and that's the thing about it, that every one of these volcanoes Jim, fantastic. Yes, I can still walk to the top. Every one of these volcanoes offers a different view, which is amazing. And you can see all the volcanic stone here. Nick Fabulous. It's pretty gorgeous. We're lucky with the weather. Weather forecast was for rain, Jim. So we did start by walking up here. So Mangakiki, or One Tree Hill, you can see the statue of Kupe there. This used to be, when we were allowed to drive up, this was a really, really popular spot. Everybody drove up here, and there were traffic jams, and of course, you know, people got stuck up here. Yeah, so now we have great respect for these mountains because this is where people lived and died. Okay, off to work. Off to work. Good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, nice. Yes, Glenn, that's right. Yeah. Nick there with Freddie, the tortoise. And bonjour, Tonya. Nice to see you. So Tonya's another great broadcaster as well that I would like to. Aaron, fantastic. Nice to see you. Whoa, isn't this gorgeous? Look. And whoa, looking out over the land. It's lovely. Really, really beautiful. Now I've forgotten what I was just saying. See people walking up all the time. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'd encourage everybody. Like, it's just so much fun just hitting the go live, hitting the go live button on your phone, and you don't even have to stay on for long. Like 5 minutes is good to get the feel of it. Oh, nice, Tonya. So if you're a little bit motivated, you could even keep this going afterwards. Yeah. So we're just going to walk down here a little bit. I should be on for, yeah, I'm going to be wrapping it up shortly for travel around the world because my flight's going to be coming in very shortly and I'm going to make sure I get on it. And a virtual flight. But this is fabulous. Yeah, the views are amazing, Peter. Really, really gorgeous. I'll just turn back a little bit towards the city. This is looking to the south. In fact, I didn't show you. We'll need to have a little look at Sky Tower. Because I'm always saying, as long as you can see Sky Tower, we're never lost. Yeah, just coming into view. Yeah. Cool. Look at our sky. So we're right down here in the South Pacific. It's the middle of winter. It's quite warm. I'll zoom in on Sky Tower because it's just right there. There it is. Yeah, it's one way, Craig. But yeah, the only vehicles that can use it are maintenance vehicles coming up, maybe going in through the secret door to fix something on the obelisk, or like those retirement villages bringing people for an outing. And of course they can't walk. But yeah, the road's pretty interesting. We have a law in New Zealand or in Auckland where no high-rise buildings can be built within 1,500 metres of the volcanoes. And that's purely because we want to get a clear view of them and from them. Kia ora, Caroline, nice to see you. Yeah, we'll just walk down here a little bit and I want to show you one of the craters. The sheep are all over in another paddock. Peter, I remember when I first started on Happs, I did a broadcast from down in the crater where the sheep were. And we were looking up to this view here. Up here. Yeah. So we're pretty unique in New Zealand because we are the only city in the world actually built on volcanoes. In the old days, each of these volcanoes would have been a Maori village. And they estimate this one here would have probably housed around 5,000 people. The old, there's lots of evidence, oh, she's pushing a stroller. There's lots of evidence, archaeological evidence of all the farming and the crops that were done. Barb, fantastic, nice to see you. All the farming, hello, and all the crops that were grown around here. By the time European people got here, they'd all been vacated. Now, fabulous to see you, Barb, there in Niagara. I often think about those fabulous few days we had together. How amazing was that? Just over 2 years ago now. Yeah, just over 2 years ago. It must have been just over 3 years ago with you, Jim. All those fabulous trips. Lovely to see all the Periscope people. Isn't this fantastic? Yeah, it's really lovely. So here's the crater here, or one of the craters. There are 3 craters. Yeah, how time does fly. Might just get a better view around here. Ooh, it's a great walk actually. I love the downhill better than the uphill. There we go, volcano crater right here. So you can see the way it was terraced. Yeah, amazing. Looking out up here. Yeah, it's gorgeous, Caroline. Sports for the blind. How are you? Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. Our changeable weather, of course, but it's okay. Not going to change too much. Beautiful Pahutakawa trees. Cool. So while I'm just, Barb, thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, Glenn, you've been amazing, amazing over the years. Everybody has been, I think. And I think the fantastic thing is that we have not lost our community. Jim, thank you. We haven't lost our community. We're all still there to support each other. And I want to say thanks to Happs for organising this. And I'm looking forward to the next one. Oh, that's Whakaari White Island. Yeah, it's not near us. It's probably about a 5-hour drive from Auckland, and then it's a couple of hours on a boat to go out there, but nobody's going to be going out there for a long time. Happs unity is community, absolutely. And what's great, yeah, oh, fantastic. Thanks, Peter. Yeah. Yeah, what's great are the replays are fantastic. You can always catch up. Always catch up, yeah. So this is great. You know, and you know what I'm loving about this is we're not sitting at computers. Well, some of you are probably sitting at computers watching, but we're not broadcasting from computers. It's live. We're out. It's action. It's the world today. This is New Zealand. You can check on the weather. You can see what the locals are doing. Melanie, fabulous. You can see what the locals are doing. It is awesome. All the gorgeous, the fences here made from the manuka wood. Oh, she was fast. You were fast. And here's one of the other craters. And this one's really interesting because people like to go down in here. There's a track that goes down, and I've done this before. There's no signal in here. Yeah, yes, Tonya, that's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. And people come down here, and this is rock art. So they pick up all the volcanic stones here and write messages. Will you marry me? Happy birthday, I love you. It's all been here. Not so many rocks down there at the moment, but yeah, not so many rocks, but you can see somebody's written, something's been, yeah, designed there. Yes, right, Happs, that would be awesome, yeah. Cool. I'm just going to walk you down a little bit because it's nice to enjoy the walk. Let me turn the camera a bit. Just, yeah, nice. I'd love to have a dog. I don't have one. Here we go. I love everybody else's. When I stayed with Barb, she had 3. So it was such fun out walking with them all. And I remember I did a scope and everybody loved it. Yeah. Ah, yes, Peter. Yeah, yeah. This could become a regular thing. It's not cold. It's actually quite warm. I think it's going to be 15 or 16 or whatever today, but it's not too bad. Yeah, not too bad at all. There we go. There's the tree is hidden. You can see how when you drove up, you drove actually around the volcano. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. Crater. Yeah, it's nice winter temperatures. It's just when it gets a bit wet. Let me turn again. When it gets a bit wet, it gets a bit nasty. There's another little... Oh, aren't you cute? Hello. Lovely walk. Oh, nice. Oh, there's a sign. I love signs. Let's walk to the sign. And it's really, really cool. And then I just have to walk down a little bit. I actually drove over here today. I usually don't drive too much, so I did drive over this morning. So yeah, so there's a sign here. And just where these trees are, this is where the old food pits are, and a lot of excavations have taken place here for the to find out a little bit about the history of the area. Oh, it's getting pixelated. That's a good sign to stop, isn't it? Geological origins, a living history, views in all directions. Oh, it's okay now. Views in all directions. There we go. 20,000 years old. Since 1848, Mangakiki has been a public reserve. In 1901, the adjacent Cornwall Park was gifted by Auckland's founding father, Sir John Logan Campbell. His grave is near the summit with his monument to the Maori people. Until 2002, the highest point of the hill was topped with a single pine tree, which replaced the original totara. Te totara ahua. Nice. Cool. So, on that fabulous note, I think I've given you a pretty good postcard. Remember, if you'd like a virtual postcard, just send me a message somewhere, Instagram or Twitter, and I'll pop you I'll send you a virtual postcard. Thanks, Darby. Let me just, yeah, busy day at the office, Jim. Thanks, everybody. Kia ora, ka kite. Matiwa. We'll see you all again soon. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I've loved doing this, so thank you, Happs. This has been fantastic. Hey, everybody loves travel. It's like food. We love food and we love travel. We need to do more of it. Thanks, everybody. And and big mihi to Happs. So mihi is thanks. Big mihi to Happs. Thank you so much, everybody. Kia ora. Let's finish looking back up at Mangakiki. How gorgeous is that? Fantastic. Komodo merino. Vincent, have you come across any of the Komodo merino? No, I haven't. Thanks. Oh, it's dark. Get a focus in. Thanks, everybody. Kia ora and ka kite, and thank you so much for joining me. And the blue sky's coming back. There it is, right there. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, and thanks, Peter and Pablo, and thanks to all the other broadcasters.